I'm doing this so you can learn from my story. So you'll not be like me, who was actually from 2 year course and I changed to 1 year and then they blocked my school portal. And I was in big trouble. Yay! So I'm going to use my experience to explain how it works and then you can make your decision. Cheers. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Okpeyemi and I don't know, I'm super excited today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I've had a couple of questions and people asking me that which one is better, either a 2 year course or a 1 year course if you want to study your masters in the UK. And this is why I have made the video, so I can also help others as well. I'm also going to be sharing my story, so let's dive right into it, like no wasting of time. So the first point I'll be talking about is a cost. It's very dicey, honestly. If you're studying a 2 year course, it is cheaper than studying a 1 year course. Yeah, I said it. Like I know what I'm saying. A 2 year course is actually cheaper than a 1 year course, and this is how it is. For it, let me just use I'll just use my own school fees as example, so not too much grammar. A 2 year course for me is about 19,000 thereabouts, and a 1 year course is 14,500. Yeah. So what it means is in 2 years, each year I'm going to be paying 9,750, and if I'm doing a 1 year course, in 1 year I'm going to be paying 14,500. So now you can see that it is easier to pay 9,750 in a year than to pay 14,500 in a year. This is the reason I said it is cheaper if you're doing a 2 year course. Considering the cost, if you feel like if you're capable, like you have the money, like the money is there is no need to worry. 1 year course is the go-to area. But for people in my category now, we don't have money and we want to do a 1 year course. Now the thing is, there's going to be pressure. The pressure of we paid, maybe our initial deposit was 2,000, so we still have about 12,000 plus to pay, and in the course of 1 year the pressure is always much, honestly. Like there's a pressure to meet up with deadline and make your payment and all of that. But mind you, it is possible. I'm just saying there is pressure of working so hard to get this money, but it is possible. Maybe in my next video I'm going to like do a breakdown of how possible it is to make that money and pay your school fees. So that being said, let me quickly share my story into this particular point of pressure. I changed from 2 year course to 1 year, and what I did was I applied on my portal. In case you have that issue or you might want to have that issue later, I applied on my portal and I wrote a letter like to the school that I want to move from 2 year course to 1 year because of blah 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 reason, which I'm going to explain later. And within 2 or 3 weeks they were able to sort all of that out, and they moved me from 2 years to 1 year. Still the same course, mind you. I was still on that particular course, but it's just the time frame that is changing. And the funny thing is, immediately they changed me from 2 year course to 1 year course. They were chasing me for school fees. Initially I paid the 9,750 completed as a good gay. Now that my school fees has moved from 9,750 to 14,500 in a year, the school pursued me. It was not funny. The thing is, I did not even know that they were already sending email. Not until this very morning, I just say, let me log into my portal.
They have left you behind.
My account has been locked. Like I do not have access. This day, this was like the shock of my life. My heart was beating like, why am I in UK? No, why am I here? I don't have accounts. My portal has been blocked. I had to call the school immediately. I was panicking. I had to call the school immediately. This, that. I can't log into my portal. Blah blah blah. They said because I've not paid my school fees. You just changed me. You just moved me like.
This is playing. What type of playing?
They said I need to go to the fund, the accounts, finance this thing. I had to rush there immediately, and spoke with them, explained to them that okay, I've applied for Form A, it's not yet available, story upon story, before they now, gosh, help me. They now unlock the account, and this I just said, it wasn't like a funny scenario, but they just unlocked the account and they gave me a time frame. No, we actually agreed on a time frame that okay, from this time to this time I'm going to pay the amount, and it was like recorded that I'm going to make the payment from like within a space of, I think 2-3 months I'm going to make the payment, and that was how we sort that out. So let me tell you that the pressure is real. But there is one thing for 1 year course. So don't get too scared. Don't be scared. So you can actually liaise with the finance department on how you want to make your payments. Maybe you want to be doing it on monthly basis. Maybe you want to be paying a particular percentage at a particular time. So you agree with them, and whichever what is comfortable for them, so they will state it to you, and you'll be fine for the 1 year course. So I'm not trying to scare you that okay, it's terrible. I'm just saying that the pressure to even meet up with the deadline that you've agreed with is there. So you have to weigh your option. And if you actually apply to a cheap school, I think you might not have so much pressure if you're doing a 1 year course. So you can check my video on cheap schools. That's if you've not applied yet to schools. So you can check that one. That one can also help you. For the pressure part, let's stop there. So talking about the time frame, it's into two parts. If you are considering a 2 year course, you have time. Now I've talked about time to even make money. You have time to do your 20 hours in a week and make your money, pay your school fees, sort out your family, do things. And if you are doing a 2 year course, you have holidays. So in a 2 year course now, between May and July, that's like 2 to 3 months, you can work like 100 hours in a week if you want to. I know you cannot. But if it's a 1 year course, you don't have time. There is no holiday, so to say. That's what I mean. There is no like enough holiday to say you want to do full-time hours. You only have like approximately 3 weeks, 4 weeks holiday, that where you can do like overdo and work very hard to get your 1 year. So you weigh your option. The second part of the time frame is if you are doing a 2 year course, you also have time. If you are doing a 2 year course, and you are using the student route to get your stay in this country, it takes about 10 years. So if you've done a 2 year course, it means that 2 years, you've counted 2 years. If you do graduate study visa, there will be another 2 years. So like you've done 4 years already, then you'll be looking for how you sort out your remaining 6 years. So a 2 year course has more advantage to that. But a 1 year course is a 1 year. You get it's a 1 year, and your postgraduate is going to be 2 years, so everything is like 3 years. So you still have like 7 years to go if you are using the student route to have like your stay in this country. But if you are using the work route, like that's tier 2. So after your 1 year course, you can just apply for you can apply for jobs that can probably sponsor you, and then your 5 years sorry, you can apply for a course that will sponsor you, then your 5 years, and then you get your ILR, your stay in this country. So there are two different ways. Now if I did a 2 year course again, I've been saying good things about it. If I did a 2 year course, it's always like, it's usually like forever. Like 2 year course is like it will not finish, because for 2 years you are still limited to working 20 hours a week. you are still limited to like not being able to do a full-time job, not being able to move into career life like almost immediately, like until after 2 years. But if you are into 1 year, sharp, 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 pam, 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 you start hustling for for better life. You can now start you can start looking for career, for jobs, and like you move on quickly. That's how to say it. Like I think it's actually one reason why I moved from 1 2 years to 1 year, because I think I'm tired of school. School to sue me. I, I'm tired of doing assignments. And I want to just move on. I want to move on my life. So I think you can weigh your option. Now, the major reason actually why I moved from 2 years to 1 year was because there was a misconception at the beginning. I thought my course was going to give me placements after my first year. So initially, when I read about the school, it's a business and management, and the first year it's like coursework, and the second year was supposed to be like placements where like you go and work in a company, kind of internship you get. So that was the mindset I had before I came here. And when I got here, I realized that it actually stopped because of the COVID that happened. So the second year is more like coursework again. It's not, there's no difference. So it's coursework, the first year, the second year, and all of that. So I don't like it. Like that wasn't what I signed for. That wasn't what I thought. That wasn't my imagination before I got here. So I had to. That was what actually inspired my own movement from 2 years to 1 year. So everybody with their course. Okay, so with this viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you about making your decision. Which one should you go for, a 2 year course or a 1 year course? I've talked about the cost. I've talked about the pressure of you want to make money, you want to go to school, you want to settle down, you want to apply for a sponsorship visa. The pressure is there for a 1 year course, and it is lesser for a 2 year course. And I've talked about the time frame. In a 2 year course, you have more time. In a 1 year course, because there is pressure, of course there's less time. But in the end, it is just like you are pushing, the this thing forward, you're pushing the judgment day forward, because even if you do the 2 year course, the pressure will still come. 1 year course, there's this advantage of you getting into the job market quickly. You're starting your life very quickly, like because this pressure is good. Sometimes pressure make you to, depends on how you handle it anyways, it helps you to like get there on time, like push it forward on time. So you can just choose whichever one you want. Thank you so much for joining me on today's channel. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I also have a couple of questions I'll be answering in my next video about this UK thing. Time has gone now. I've answered that, but I'll answer it in my next video before we move back into our career journey. My career people, now do it. I'll see you again in my next video. Take care. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget. Come on, click on it. Bye.